This broadcast is brought to you by Relyance Bank.
Live from Lakeside, it's Tuesday morning.
I'm Kajal.
And I'm Sophie. For this week's Halloween countdown, we have a list of the top 5 expected costumes. Wonder Woman, a giraffe, a clown, Moana, and a hippie.
Speaking of Halloween, The Walking Dead returned for Season 8 on AMC this past Sunday night. 9th grade baseball tryouts are November 6th and 7th. You must sign up by November 3rd in room 306.
And 10th through 12th grade tryouts are November 27th and 28th. You must sign up by November 16th.
Most of us know Mr. Pumphrey and Mr. Franklin, but not all of us know about what they do after hours. Hayden Webb has the story.
And welcome to another edition of History After Hours podcast. My name is Kevin Pumphrey, and with me is
Ron Franklin.
And also
Keith Todd.
And we are going to discuss several things. First of all,
The History After Hours podcast was created by Mr. Pumphrey and Mr. Franklin as a way to record and share their interesting daily discussions.
Really, it was kind of the brainstorm of Mr. Pumphrey, who teaches next door to me. We stood out in the hall in between classes most of the time, and we just sort of debated different things back and forth. You know, he would say, "Hey, what about this?" Or "Have you thought about this from this angle?" Or we would set up little charts for each other, like rank this person in this, the scenario, who's the most evil person in the world or whatever. And so, we've just sort of talked it out, and it's kind of cool, just a neighborly thing to do. And then he came to me one day and he said, it'd be kind of cool if maybe we recorded these and just throw it out there online to see if people would actually listen to it past the fact. It really counts.
The two started by just rambling, but as it went to its second and third season, they started to refine what the podcast was.
Just trying to do a better job of being prepared, because at first we just sort of were randomizing it. Like, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. Let's just start talking and see what happens. So second season we got a little bit better. We're trying to add more people in. That's kind of the new thing. That like this second and now third season, like we want to do a better job of having a prepared sort of plan about what we're going to talk about.
As they refined what the podcast was, they sought to expand the reach of the podcast's guests and audience.
looking at community leaders, business owners, politicians, the mayor, but also we want to keep it in the school with students coming on. We've already had students on the podcast, teachers. We're doing a Veterans Day thing, so we're going to have people that have served in the military be on the podcast for a Veterans Day special podcast. Hey, that is another episode. I guess episode 8 of season 3.
Hey Sophie, did you go to governor's school?
No, Kajal, but I wish I did.
You should consider applying to governor's school if you're talented, creative, and a motivated junior in high school.
Applications are due January 18th, but sign up in Ms. Feemster's office now and check out www.hendrix.edu/AGS for more information.
Please help FCCLA bring new socks to donate to our Ace Closet.
Because it's Socktober! Bring socks to any FCCLA member or Miss Bolding, Miss Lofton, or Miss Kennedy, October 18th through the 31st.
Attention sophomores, if you're interested in becoming the next representative from Lakeside to attend the Hugh O'Brien Leadership Conference, please see Ms. Feemster. The conference will be held June 7th through 10th at Arkansas Tech University in Russellville, Arkansas. This conference is designed for students who recognize their leadership skills and want to apply them to become effective leaders in their home, school, and community. The deadline for nominations is October 27th.
An FCA is meeting in the Tech Center on Fridays during lunch, so bring your lunch and come hear an uplifting message each week.
You might even win a prize for coming.
And this week's student profile is on Tiernan, a girl who loves coloring.
I'm obsessed with coloring books. They're very interest and I have a lot of them. It's about 19.
Because she colors in sections, finishing a page is a big accomplishment, but the end result is worth it.
I go through and color each parts that I feel like I want to color at that moment, and then I go to a different page and find one that I find interesting and color a piece of that. Because I like to switch back and forth, and it's very rare for me to actually finish a whole page, and if I do, it takes me a couple weeks. I color very slowly, so like I'll do like a piece of one.
With all the coloring books she hasn't filled up an entire one as of yet, because of the way she colors.
That took me about a month.
When others look at her dozens of coloring books, they see an aspiring artist, but Tiana has a completely different opinion.
It does not mean I'm an artist because I suck at drawing. I just like coloring in things that are pre-drawn for me.
Attention Rams, Henderson State University invites you to join the Upward Bound Classic program. And that's our dose of Lakeside's life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Ninth grade baseball trial.
Just start there.
Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down the what's that word again? Street. The teleprompter.
It's not.
We can't see the words.
Gosh dang it, Zoey.
There's probably a help. Please help FCCLA by bringing new socks to donate to our ACE closet. Sock
ACE.
ACE closet.
Ace.
Wait.
Ace closet.
If that's no, should we be like ballin'? No.
Yeah.
Like let's act like it's live.
Okay.
Okay. It's live.
2.
I'm not ready.
Well, get ready. Dab.
That's good.
And we out.
Yeah, you can go to the bathroom now.
Are you going home?